good, y'all? What's going on? Hail to them Skins, hail to them Wizards. You already know what it is. I'm pretty hyped for the season. Had to bring this out. Had to bring the Wizard stuff out. You already know what it is. Got the tongs out, got everything. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Got the League Done Messed Up t-shirt on. You can definitely purchase one in the link in the description and on off the website. Training camp, man. Training camp is in a few days, man. Today's Friday. Training camp it starts on the 25th. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. Time is going so slow and fast at the same time. It's super hot outside too, man. Please stay cool, guys. Drink some quality H2O, please, guys, because it's ridiculously hot where I'm at right now. It's super hot. It's about to be 100 degrees tomorrow and all that. So please stay cold. Please stay hydrated. That's one thing I want to say to everybody out there. Please stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of cold water. But as you know, I'm going to training camp July 27th. I'm going to be in there Saturday, July 27th at 9:45 a.m. That's the first practice. I don't know if I'm going to go to the walkthrough at 4:45. I'm not sure. Don't know about that. But I will be at the 9:45 a.m. practice. Excuse me, just had to hydrate real quick. But, of course, as you know, the title says this video is about the 53-man roster. So I'm going to break this down. All the guys that I think are going to make the roster. I mean, we already know about the quarterback position. So we'll break it down position by position. I've already seen some other Redskins YouTubers put up their 53-man roster prediction. They did a great job. Guys gave grades to each position. That was awesome. So I like what they did. I saw some of them. They were awesome videos. So I just wanted to chime in. And I said a couple weeks ago that I was going to do it, but I was just late to the party about doing it. A lot of stuff going on, So I definitely want to break this down. So we'll start up at we'll start at the quarterback position, who I think is going to make the team. And then I'll talk about some guys that I think are going to get cut and not make the team, that are very close. I think there's some guys that are probably going to be put on the practice squad, of course, on the PUP list. Guys like that, so quarterback, we'll break it down. Of course, Case Keenum. I don't even have to look at the paper that I wrote down. Case Keenum is, I'm not going to say unfortunately, but I just got a feeling that Case is probably going to start. We're going to get to the starters later, but right now, of course, the quarterback position, obviously Case Keenum, obviously Dwayne Haskins. The league done messed up, Mr. Dwayne Haskins, and I think we're going to have Colt McCoy on the team as well. Jay Gruden loves Colt McCoy. He loves Colt McCoy. I'm kind of done with Colt McCoy. I'm not saying he's a terrible quarterback, but I think it's time to just move on. Colt had many opportunities. He's just never been able to stay healthy. But knowing us with the injuries, you got to keep as many people as you can at each position. And quarterback, we saw what happened. Two guys broke their legs last year at the quarterback position. Let's knock on wood here. I'm not hoping that Case gets injured or anything like that, or Dwayne gets injured. But you just got to have quarterback depth, because we cannot have another season where we had to sign somebody like Mark Sanchez. And, Josh Johnson tried his best last year, but we really don't want to go that. We don't want to sign guys off the streets at the quarterback position. We just do not want to do that. Running backs, obviously, Adrian Peterson. Darius Geis is having some health issues. I think he should be ready for week 1. But we're not. I just can't sit here and say that I can rely on Geis' health. I just can't sit here and say that. I can't. I really can't. We all know that Adrian Peterson has been able to stay relatively healthy for his career. Other than that 1 year, the ACL injury, and he bounced back. Maybe he can. Of course, he can mentor Darius Geis and show him how he bounced back from an ACL injury. Because Adrian Peterson was the comeback player of the year, or something like that. That 1 year after he tore his ACL. So Geis, with the hamstring injury, it's common to happen. I made a video about that, about Geis tweaking his hamstring. So even if Geis was 100% healthy, honestly, I wanted to start Adrian Peterson after what he did last year, or just kind of 50-50 with the carries. But I think Adrian Peterson, he's a bell cow, so he needs a majority of the carries. Adrian Peterson has shown us that he can stay healthy, so I got Adrian Peterson being the day 1 starter. Geis will come off the bench or share carries. And we got Chris Thompson. We have a three-headed monster, man. We got a Loch Ness monster in Washington with running backs. I mean, this is crazy, man. Like I said, we have the best running back core in the NFC East. Dallas, they have Zeke. Giants, they have Saquon, but they don't have a trio of running backs. They don't have a duo of running backs. We have a trio of running backs that can get it done. And if you want to say Geis is not proven yet, we've seen what Chris Thompson can do. Chris Thompson had a huge year before he broke his leg in 2017. 2018, he was playing pretty well here and there. Just Alex Smith couldn't really get him the ball like that, where he liked to check down and give it to Chris Thompson, kind of set him up to get hurt here and there. So Chris Thompson should be pretty good this year if he can stay healthy. That trio of running backs is very, very scary for the league. The other guy I think is going to make the team is probably Byron Marshall. I do have P. Ryan making the team. A lot of people seeing him get cut. Jay Gruden really wants to use him at the fullback position. So I do see Samaje P. Ryan making the team. I really do. He was a second-round pick or third-round pick. I can't remember which one. But that's a pretty high pick, man. That's a pretty high pick, man. It's not a first-round pick, but that's a pretty darn high pick, man. I got to hydrate real quick. But I got P. Ryan making the team at fullback. There's another guy named Matt Flanagan. He's our H-back. I guess he's going to make the team too. Josh Doxson. Let's get to the wide receiver position here. I do think Josh Doxson is going to make the team. I got a small feeling he might get cut. Kind of like how the Ravens cut Rashad Perriman last year, their first-round pick in 2015, and they ended up cutting Perriman last year. Perriman ended up on the Browns and played pretty darn well for the Browns, or a lot better than what he did for the Ravens. So I do have Josh Doxson starting this year. I do have him playing, but like I said, he could really. I really wouldn't be surprised if he got cut. I'm keeping it 100. I really will not be surprised if Josh Doxson ends up getting cut, because there's some guys on his heels. If Cam Sims plays the way that he did, like he did last year, which he did in minicamp, we heard a lot of good things from him in minicamp. He has the body, he has the size, the height, the athleticism to do basically what Josh Doxson has done. I mean, Josh Doxson has really showed us anything. And like I said, it's not his fault, 100%. He was injured his rookie year. The quarterbacks were awful. Kirk Cousins did try to get him the ball here and there. But last year, we just didn't have a consistent quarterback. Alex Smith was injured. And when Alex Smith was playing, he was checked down Alex Smith. So he didn't really get the ball downfield. But like I said, Josh Doxson, man, please don't be surprised if Josh Doxson ends up cut. Or, if we try to trade him, if he doesn't really play well in training camp and doesn't really show that he can be better than Cam Sims, Kelvin Harmon, McLaurin, Paul Richardson, Trey Quinn, a lot of the new guys that have been added to this team. Now, if he doesn't show, like I said, if he doesn't separate himself, I can see Josh Doxson getting cut or traded. People are going to disagree or whatever, but you already know how I feel about Josh Doxson. I'm rooting for him. I really am. I might have to have a conversation with him at training camp. I really might have to have a one-on-one with Josh Doxson. I might have to do that. It's a good idea. Paul Richardson, Trey Quinn. Those are my three starters. I have Paul Richardson starting. Everybody knows before Paul Richardson got injured, he played really, really, really well. And he had the good game against the Green Bay Packers. He had that long bomb pass from Alex Smith. He played well against the Saints, even though he got blown out. He played well against the Panthers. He had the touchdown catch against the Panthers. He had a good catch against the Cardinals as well. And then he had a nice catch against somebody else. The Colts, he had a nice catch. To me, before he got hurt, he was the best receiver on the team. Paul Richardson was the best receiver on the team last year before he got injured, because Crowder wasn't doing too much. And nobody else was really doing anything because Alex Smith just couldn't really get the ball downfield. And Paul Richardson played really, really well. I liked him. He had a lot of speed. He had some good games before he got injured. I liked the way that he played. That Packers game showed me that he can really, really make a good impact on this team if he's healthy. And he's the one that has legitimate speed and has a little bit of height to him. He's not super tall. He's probably 5'10", 6 feet. But he's not short like Trey Quinn. Trey Quinn's really small. Crowder was really, really, really small. But I like Crowder a lot. Crowder's gone, so. But Trey Quinn, as you know, if you see my previous video, he's my breakout player of the year. He's going to be the breakout player of the year, in my opinion. I think he should be really good. I think he should have similar numbers to a Cole Beasley. He should be a really good slot receiver for us. He can be like a Wes Welker, Danny Amendola, all those small guys. I think he can play really, really well. I love Trey Quinn. I like what Trey Quinn did against the Cowboys. I like what he did against the Texans. Every game that he played, and he impacted really well. And he should be a really good punt returner. I like the punt returner he had against Dallas on Thanksgiving. Then he had a touchdown catch against Dallas as well. So Trey Quinn was killing it when he did play. I love Trey Quinn. He's one of my favorite players on the team, Mr. Irrelevant Trey Quinn. the last pick in the draft. Terry McLaurin, of course, making the team. He will come off the bench in the rotation. Kelvin Harmon, he was probably my favorite pick of the draft, to be honest with you. Other than Haskins and Sweat, I love Kelvin Harmon, man. He's like Pierre Garçon to me. That's what he reminds me of, Pierre Garçon. He's strong as an ox. Catch the football. He's slow, just like Garçon. He's a possession receiver. I can't wait to see Kelvin Harmon play. Cam Sims, the electrifying Cam Sims. Like I said, he really might take Josh Doxson's spot. This guy right here, Cam. If you have not heard of Cam Sims, you will help if he can stay healthy. Oh my gosh, can you stay healthy, bro? Just like Nate Burleson said, can you stay healthy? If Cam Sims can stay healthy, oh my gosh, the sky is the limit for this. I'm telling you, Cam Sims. I'm telling you. Robert Davis will probably be on the practice squad. I heard a lot of good things about him. Just hasn't been able to stay healthy. Last year he got injured, broke his leg, something like that. I like Robert Davis. I like what I hear about him. I really do. I think they said he has the size and the athleticism, the same numbers as a DK Metcalf, 4.3 40. Can jump out of the gym or jump out of the stadium, whatever you want to say in football terms. Let's go to the offensive line. This will be real quick. The Hogs, Trent Williams should be there week 1. You know, he's talking about the money. He wants his money. It's all good, man. You know, you kind of earned it to me, but can you stay on the field? Can you stay healthy, bro? And can you stay off the reefer as well? So Trent Williams, I think he should be available, and he should be there for week 1. Morgan Moses, of course. I like Morgan Moses a lot. He has holding penalties and false starts. But at the same time, you gotta recognize he's been injured. Hasn't been healthy either. The arm, he's wearing a big old cast on his arm last year. We saw it. You know, Morgan Moses did what he could. I respect Morgan Moses for playing all 16 games. Brandon Scherf at the right guard position. He should be starting the All-Pro Brandon Scherf. We really got to get a deal done with Brandon Scherf. We really got to get a deal done, man. We got to do something, man. We got to get this extension something done. We got to make a move. No lowball offers to my man Brandon Scherf. We got to get a deal done. We got to get this guy in a Redskins uniform. Wes Martin at the left guard. I got him beating out Eric Flowers. I do have Eric Flowers making the team. Like I said, if don't be surprised if he's cut. Don't be surprised about that. Let's see here. Who else? Ross Pierschenberger. Trace Rouillet will probably be starting at the center. He played well last year. He's been a very good player on and off the field. Like what I see from here, like what I've seen from him. Bergstrom should make the team coming off the bench, being a rotational player for the Washington Redskins. I'm trying to say, I think we might make an addition. You know, I've talked about Donald Penn numerous times. I've talked about Anthony Davis from the 49ers. Not Anthony Davis, obviously, from the Lakers. A lot of people say, oh, are you talking about Anthony Davis from the Lakers? No, I'm not talking about Anthony Davis. I'm talking about Anthony Davis, who was let go from the 49ers. He's a veteran left tackle in this league. We need a backup to Trent. Now, Jerron Christian, yes, I almost forgot his name. Yeah, he'll be on the team. We need to develop him as well, but like I said, if he's not moving along, we gotta protect either Dwayne or Case. We have to. And we have to have a backup for Trent. We cannot have Trent, Trent, he's gonna miss 2 games. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's hard for him to stay healthy. It's just something that we haven't seen from him in the past few years. So let's move on to the tight end position here. Jordan Reed, Vernon Davis, of course. Jeremy Sprinkle, I think, will make the team. Donald Parham is somebody that you need to look out for. He's 6'8", tall as a mug. Will probably dunk on you, all that. He's very athletic as well. I like his athleticism. Now, blocking is something that I've heard that he needs to really work on. But I think he can be a good red zone threat. You just throw the ball up to him, he should jump over and just maul you at 6'8". Then we'll move to the defensive line. Jonathan Allen, of course, the Alabama wall with Daron Payne. Then you got my guy Matt Ioannidis, who should be a Pro Bowler this year, in my opinion. Jonathan Allen should be making the Pro Bowl, if not All-Pro. Daron Payne, same as well. I'm expecting big things from these guys. I really am. I'm expecting big things. The sky is the limit for this defensive line. I'm telling you. Then in the rotation, we got Tim Settle. We got Caleb Brantley. I like those guys well. My guy Tim Settle, I like him a lot. Outside linebacker, Kerrigan, Mr. Redskins, and Mr. Ryan Kerrigan. That's the one guy on this team that can stay healthy, knock on wood. He should make another Pro Bowl, if not All-Pro. Montez Sweat, like I said, he could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Julius Peppers 2.0. It's like Julius Peppers had a son, for real. It's like Julius Peppers' son, Montez Sweat. Looks just like Julius Peppers, in my opinion. Same measures, all that. Beard, light skin, looks just like Julius freaking Peppers. Ryan Anderson, another Bama guy. I don't think he's going to start. Of course, is going to be Sweating and Kerrigan at the outside linebackers starting. Jordan Belfort, I like him a lot, 7th-round pick. I think he should be pretty good in this league. I think he should be a solid. He should have a solid career in this league. I like Jordan Belfort a lot. Pass rushing. Inside linebacker, I got John Bostic. I love that signing of John Bostic. I think that's a big, low-key signing, a low-key impact player on the defense. I've seen and heard that he's not very good at protecting the pass or stopping the pass, and pass coverage. But he can really tackle. I watched a lot of his Steelers highlights, and that man can tackle. He's Mr. Hit Stick. He knows how to hit somebody. He's gonna make them running backs feel it. He's gonna make them boys feel it. I'm telling you. Sean Hamilton, Harvey Clemens, Mason Foster, Mr. Slow, Mason Foster, Mr. Turtle, Mason Foster, Mr. I want to go back and forth with somebody on Instagram, Mr. I want to bash the team on Twitter, Mason Foster. If Reuben Foster was here, I think, honestly, Mason Foster probably would have been cut in training camp. But Mason Foster's a very good tackler. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's always had the captain, the C on his chest. He led the team in tackles one year, I think. So Mason Foster definitely will make the team. Probably will start an inside linebacker. Cole Holcomb, the rookie, I got him making the team as well. Cornerback, we have Josh Norman. Yeah, I haven't talked about the Bulls. Him jumping over the little bull. I think it was a baby cow to be exact. So it doesn't make me think that Josh is soft. But, he didn't even jump over a bull. He jumped over a freaking baby cow. So, I mean, it kind of takes it away. You kind of are risking your legs and whatnot, because what if he would have, if the cow would have clipped him, he would have fell over, could have got hurt. I think it was a little silly. But at the same time, I see him having some fun, man. It's all good. He's healthy, man. Josh Norman is a weird guy. If you ever listen to his interviews, very interesting guy. Very, very weird guy, man. And Quentin Dunbar should be making the team. Of course, I got him starting alongside Josh Norman. Quentin Dunbar, if he can stay healthy, you already know he had the nerve issues and stuff like that. Did see Quentin Dunbar talking to Trent Williams on FaceTime. So that assured me that Trent Williams was wearing Redskins gear. So that kind of assures me that Trent Williams will be here week 1. I like Quentin Dunbar. Has a good attitude, great teammate. Heard he's a funny guy. Fabian Moreau, of course, will be making the team. Jimmy Moreland, the rookie, man. We already know. Hey, Jimmy Moreland gets hyped. He gets me hyped, man. 3 picks in one day in training camp. I think he took one to the house. They called him Mr. Zone 6 at James Madison, the 7th-round pick. Jimmy Moreland, let's go, man. I'm going to definitely try to talk to Jimmy Moreland at training camp. He's one of the bright stars, man. He's very, very great. A lot of energy. 5'9", man. 5'9", very small guy. He should be like a Kendall Fuller for us. Another quarterback, Adonis Alexander. We already cut Joshua Holsey. If you guys didn't know, we cut him back in March, I think, or April. I want to say May we cut Josh Holsey. So I got Adonis Alexander making the team out of Virginia Tech. We did sign him. We drafted him off the supplemental draft last year. Another Virginia Tech guy. You already know I'm a Virginia Tech guy. You know what it is. Maryland football as well. I like both teams. Safety, Landon Collins. Of course, the all-pro safety, Landon Collins. Of course, will be starting. I have Monte Nicholson starting at the free safety position. DeShazier Everett should make the team for special teams. And Troy Apke, or Apke, however you say it, should be making the team as well. He needs to improve. He has to show some improvement. Didn't really play well last year and again got injured. And, we haven't really heard too many good things about Troy Apke except for his athleticism. So, we're looking for him to improve on the football field. Another guy that I'm going to throw out there that it could be a possible signing for our safety position would be Trey Boston. I really like Trey Boston a lot, and I really hope we can add him to this team. But, of course, we have Monte Nicholson. So we're not going to, probably start somebody over Monte Nicholson because that didn't work out well last year with Clinton Dix. But I really like Trey Boston, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do bring him in for a workout or something like that. And then special teams, Dustin Hopkins is the kicker, Tress Way as our punter, and then Nick Sundberg as our long snapper. Now, Tress Way was our freaking MVP last year. Him and Adrian Peterson were the best players on the team last year. And it sucks to say that a punter was the best player on the team. But Tress Way, when we were winning games, we won games ugly. This is what people fail to understand, man. We didn't win one game pretty. And I think a lot of people knew this anyway. But we didn't win any pretty games. Alex Smith checked down the ball. Adrian Peterson ran the football like a madman. Had a 1,000-yard season. We didn't have a big receiver out there. Jordan Reed didn't do too much either. So we had no flashy plays. We had no flashy kind of Kirk Cousins-y plays with that offense. We had to punt, and we had to pin them. It was a field position game. We had to punt the ball, get them down on the 1-yard line or inside of the 10, 15-yard line. Get a defensive stop or force a fumble. Josh Norman would punch the ball out of their hands, and then we would just run the ball with Adrian Peterson. That's all we could really do. So we just had to win, clock management, winning the game ugly. It was like 16-13, 20-16. We beat the Cowboys 20-17, beat the Giants 20-16 in their house, took a dump on the Giants inside their house. Adrian Peterson did whatever he felt like doing. Adrian Peterson did whatever he felt like doing to the Cowboys last year in that game. He did whatever he felt like doing to the Cardinals. And then he did whatever he felt like doing to who else did we beat last year in those 6 wins? The Jaguars. We beat up a lot of teams last year, and we were one of the Packers. We won that game kind of ugly. It was a high-scoring game, that game, though. The Panthers, we won that game ugly, too. Adrian Peterson carried us in all of those football games. So that's how we're going to win this year as well. Because Case Keenum, he's not really going to take a lot of chances either. So that's how we're going to have to win football games. Just winning the games ugly. So be patient, guys. Do not expect a whole bunch of flashy offensive plays. Now, if it does happen, since we do have some more weapons than we did last year. We have Terry McLaurin, who can take the top off with speed. We have Paul Richardson, if he can stay healthy, can take the top off with speed. So we have 2 speedsters. Josh Dawson, if he can stay healthy and actually play with some heart, he should be able to jump over somebody and catch a football one-on-one. So he should be able to do that. And then we have Jordan Reed, if he can stay healthy, Vernon Davis. So we actually do have some weapons here and there. They're not flashy names, but we have weapons. I think everybody discounts us and be like, oh, man, the supporting cast is awful. We have the worst supporting cast in the NFC East, which we do on paper. But if these guys can really step up and we have more depth now, we can really take over this league or take over the NFC East at least and end up being 9-7, 10-6. Now, like I said, worst case scenario for the Washington Redskins is 6-10. But I really feel like best case scenario is 10-6. And I wouldn't be surprised if we end up being 10-6. Now, if I had to bet money, I would go 8-8 and 7-9 just because of Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden is a 7-9, 8-8 coach. It is what it is. That's what Jay Gruden is. He came from Marvin Lewis with the Bengals, and Marvin Lewis was virtually an 8-8 coach every single year. So this might be Jay Gruden's last year in Washington. It probably will be. I would not be surprised. And then Kevin O'Connell can move up and get that position, and then he can mentor Dwayne Haskins. That would probably be. I'm not gonna say that's best case scenario, but if Jay Gruden does get fired, then we're gonna have to promote Kevin O'Connell because we already missed out with Sean McVay. Now, I don't want to get off topic too much. We'll stay to the roster. Now I'm going to name the starters as well for offense. I wrote that down. I just got a feeling Case Keenum's going to start. I think that's what Jay Gruden really wants to do. And then we already heard Joe Theismann kind of not throw Haskins under the bus or bash him, but what's his name? Joe Theismann, he was just, I wouldn't start Haskins. I wouldn't do this. I don't think he's ready yet and stuff like that. Maybe he's seen some stuff that we have not seen at training camp. And we did hear tweets from JP Finley, tweets from John Kahn, that Haskins was throwing interceptions. We did hear it, and I think there's another Craig Hoffman, whoever the reporter is, Finley, and we've heard stuff about Haskins throwing picks. We've heard that Haskins has looked really good, where he's looked octanes and just way better than Case and Cole. And then there's been some plays where it's like, Haskins, what are you doing? And obviously Haskins is a rookie. What is he, 21, 22 years old? I'm 26, and I can just imagine somebody having the weight of a team on your shoulders at the age of 22 years old. That's just crazy to me. But that's what you got to do. You get paid the big bucks, so you got to go out and get it. It is what it is. So to throw the young guy out there, we got a tough schedule, man. Cowboys, Eagles. Those are some good teams, man. They both made the playoffs last year, and they got even better than last year, in my opinion. Both teams did get better with Deshaun Jackson on the Eagles and, the Cowboys getting Cobb. They're good teams, man. I'm not going to take anything. We got to play the Patriots. It's a rough start. It is a rough start. I think we should be able to beat the Cowboys in week 2. I don't know about us beating the Eagles in week 1, but I think we should beat the Cowboys in week 2. But it's going to be a rough start, man. It's going to be a rough start. I got Case starting week 1. I think eventually, unfortunately, we might lose a couple games here and there, and then we're going to just take Case out and put Dwayne in maybe like week 8, something like that, So I can definitely see that happening. I think Colt McCoy will, like I said, he'll be a part of the team. Hopefully we don't see him on the field at all. Adrian Peterson is my starter at the running back position, and then Chris Thompson is our third down back. Josh Dawson, like I said, it should be starting. Paul Richardson and Trey Quinn. This is probably Josh Dawson's last year here in Washington. So I think people heard what he said. I forgot what he said, but he said he's already done in Washington, basically, to say it nicely, or just to sum it up. And if you want to be gone, then be gone. I'm not. Nobody's babying you, Josh Dawson. Nobody's babying you. Jordan Reed will be the starter at tight end. Can you stay healthy, bro? Trent Williams, left tackle. Morgan Moses at right tackle. The left guard will be Wes Martin, the rookie. He will beat out Eric Flowers for the starting position. Eric Flowers might get cut, like I said. Center will be Chase Rouillet, and then at right guard will be the All-Pro Brandon Scherf. Outside linebacker Ryan Kerrigan, Montez Sweat. Inside linebacker will be Sean Deion Hamilton, John Bostich as well. Actually, Mason Foster might start. I'm gonna go with John Bostich and Sean Deion Mason Foster. Those will be my starters at inside linebacker. Josh Norman, Quentin Dunbar, Jimmy Moreland will be starting over Fabian Moreau. Fabian Moreau is really good, but I think at the slot it's going to be Jimmy Moreland starting at that position. Landon Collins, of course, a strong safety, and at free safety will be Monte Nicholson. Special teams, we'll get that out the way. Dustin Hawkins, obviously. Tress Way, Nick Sundberg, will get that out the way. So those will be my starters off the bat. Those will be my starters right there. So let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. I definitely want to hear you guys' feedback, your comments, and all that. The season, it's really coming up, man. I can't wait. I really can't wait for football, man. I really can't wait for Washington Redskins football. Please let me know if you're going to be at training camp July 27th. It's going to be so lit. Like, y'all do not understand. Y'all don't understand how lit it's going to be, man. I'm just hoping it's not 100 degrees when I go. I hope it doesn't rain, knock on wood. All that. I'm about to look at the weather right now on my app. But, yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know who you guys got making the team, getting cut. Let me know what possible free agents you think we might even add to the team. Do you think we really might add a Trey Boston to the roster? Do you really think we might sign a Donald Penn or Anthony Davis or somebody like that? So there's a lot of questions, man. There's a lot of questions about the team, but I'm hyped, man. Shout out to the new YouTubers out there. Check out Juan Gotti NFL. I might put his link in the description. English Skins, I'll probably put his link in the description as well. Check his channel out. Redskins Every Day. Those are the new YouTubers I see coming up, man. I know for this season, man, there's going to be a lot of new YouTubers coming out, so definitely work hard, and, that's the advice I can give you guys. Work hard, man. Keep working hard, and whatever Redskins topic you want to go on, just put it up, man. Don't hesitate. Put stuff up. Put videos up. Put a lot of content up. Make good content. Work hard, man. I'm telling you. That's how you build your brand. That's how you build your subscribers and stuff like that. So that's my advice to the new YouTubers in the game, man. Keep grinding, man. It's a grind, man, being but it's fun. Have fun with it. I have a lot of fun talking about the Redskins, man. I have a lot of fun, man. I've gained a lot of good subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I love talking with you guys in the comments. Everybody, we're a Redskins family, man. We really are. We are a Redskins family. We got to stick together because we are probably one of the most hated teams in the NFL, and that's a big fact. We don't have a lot of guys that like us. We don't have a lot of teams that like us, or a lot of people in the media that like us. A lot of the media, they want to see the Redskins fail. They really do. They want to see the Washington Redskins fail. So we are all we got, man. We are all we got. We got to stick together, man. I'm telling you. So be ready for more content. Definitely chop it up in the comments. You already know I respond to y'all. I ain't no celebrity, so you already know what I do. Even though that's my picture playing ball right there. So you know what it is. I get in the gym, man. Definitely, like I said, if you're going out to Richmond, man, please let me know. Please let me know so we can link up, man. Meet and greet and all that. Take some pics, all that, man. It's gonna be super lit. All right, y'all, man. Hell to them Skins. Hell to them Wizards. All right, y'all. Peace.